This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Good evening and welcome once again to the Mini Dome on the campus of Shelton High School for South Sound Conference Boys Basketball. I'm Diedrich Allen and you are watching the Maple Glen Senior Living Pregame Show. Tonight, the Shelton Highclimbers host the Yelm Tornadoes. The Highclimbers come into the game with a 5-8 record, 1-5 in the SSC. Shelton has a 3-game losing skid after Friday's 70-53 loss at Timberline. The Tornadoes are winless on the season and are coming off a 61-57 loss to Gig Harbor on Friday. However, that 4-point loss was the closest Yelm has been to any opponent this season. Shelton's only conference win, by the way, came over the Tides, 65-50 on December 13th. This is the first of 2 games between Shelton and Yelm this season. The Tornadoes have beaten the Climbers in their last 4 meetings. The last Shelton win over Yelm was 47-45 on December 8th, 2010. The Tornadoes lead the series with the Highclimbers 6-5. Which team will end their losing skid? Will Shelton even the series with Yelm and in the process pick up their second conference win? Or will Yelm pick up their first win since last February? Ironically, that win was over Shelton. We're just minutes away from finding out. Coming up on the Maple Glen Senior Living Pregame Show, we talk with Shelton coach Derek Pringle. It's South Sound Conference Boys Basketball, the Yelm Tornadoes at the Shelton Highclimbers, next on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected, and Maple Glen Senior Living, celebrating the art of life. There's always something happening at Maple Glen Senior Living in Shelton. Find out for yourself by scheduling a tour to see the senior living community at 1700 North 13th Loop. Call 360-427-0300 to set up a time, or you can attend one of Maple Glen's community events. There's a brunch Sunday from 10:30 to 1. How about attending a wine and cheese tasting? Maple Glen is holding a movie night on January 28th. For more information and to RSVP for one of these events, call Maple Glen at 360-427-0300.
I'm Deputy Steiner with the Grace Harbor County Sheriff's Office. Washington's new distracted driving law is now in effect. This new law significantly changes how you can use your cell phone while driving. Here's what you need to know.
It is now illegal to hold your cell phone while driving, even when stopped in traffic or at a traffic light. This law includes all electronic devices, such as cell phones, tablets, laptops, and video games. No typing messages or accessing information. No watching videos or using the camera. You can use your device if you are hands-free and can start use by a single touch or finger swipe. If you are parked or out of the flow of traffic, or contacting emergency services. With this new law, you will need to start GPS or music before you drive. The fine for a cell phone violation is $136, $234 for the second offense, and these tickets will now be reported to insurance companies.
We see firsthand the results of distracted driving. Focusing on the road instead of your phone will save lives and reduce serious injuries.
On the road, off the phone. It's the law. For more information, visit wadrivetozero.com.
The City of Shelton is changing from a 3-member commission to a 7-member council. There are 15 people running for 4 open council seats. Next Wednesday, the Shelton-Mason County Chamber of Commerce is holding a candidates forum featuring those 15 people. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, will broadcast the forum live from 6 to 8 p.m. The first hour will focus on positions 4 and 5. The second hour will feature positions 6 and 7. It's the Shelton City Council Primary Election Candidates Forum, 6 to 8 p.m. Wednesday, only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Well, welcome back to the Mini Dome, everyone. I am Diedrich Allen. This is the Maple Glen Senior Living Pregame Show, and it's now time to talk with the coach. Coach Derek Pringle, last time I talked to you was before the Tumwater game at North Thurston High School. You've been on the road forever. How have your guys reacted to that?
They're kind of tired, because they haven't been home in a while, and now they got a chance to be home to play. So hopefully we can get back in the swing of things here. We're on the road. I mean, you're talking about games, that's a long time.
So what are you feeling about those games? I mean, the Tumwater game I got to watch, and it was tough to watch for you guys.
Yeah, the Tumwater game we had it, and then C.J. Gathers went off in that fourth quarter, in 4 minutes and scored 24 points. Yeah. And then the bad part about it, I know that kid because I trained the kid, and to have him do that, which shows it showed us also too on how to be more resilient, be more patient, and to say, hey, this is how you got to play when you're back against the wall. I mean, to be down and to come back and win the game by what, 4? Yeah, that was tough.
The other 2 games that you played, league games, ended up in losses. Pretty tough opponents.
Yeah, Peninsula, we just caught them off. I mean, we came in after that break of being, playing and not getting no rest. They came and got us at their place. We just had an ugly first half. I mean, we missed lay-ins. We missed, I think it was 8 for 19 on the free throw line. It wasn't a good game. And everybody wasn't, it was the first day back to school, so everybody's like, kind of out of it. Against Timberline, we knew that we was going to be, outmatched because they're good, they're big and stuff like that. But in the first half, I mean, we went down in the first quarter 27-7. Then they got the starters in there. Then we kind of picked it up in the second half. Our second half, I think, was the best. We actually outscored them in each quarter, and we played well. And we just got so far behind in that first quarter, so that was the biggest problem for us. Yeah.
Tonight, you get Yelm. They haven't won a game yet. On paper, you match up pretty good against them.
Yeah, they got same height, same intensity. They shoot more threes than we do. They love shooting the 3 ball, so we're going to try to tame that tonight, and, come at them hard. They don't quit. We watch film on them, 2 games on the film, and they fight all the way to the end just like we do, But we can play with a little bit more composure and more smart, because every game this year for us has been a learning process. We learning little things about ourselves, what we got to do, what we got to do for as a team, how to win, how to be patient, and mainly compete. That's what I think guys understand. I mean, we're still in the mix-up. We still can get that 6th spot. We just gotta play smart.
Now, speaking of that 6th spot, it's going to take a Herculean effort for your guys to get that 6th spot, isn't it?
Yeah, I think, we can get Peninsula. I know we can get them. We can get Harbor again. I know that. We can get Yelm. If we get them tonight, we can get them again. That's 3 games right there. And if we still, and CK, we lost that one at the end. Then we can get them. So that's 4 games right there that can get us in there. Our thing is we have to play all the top teams first. And, right now, I know we got Capital on Friday, but I'm not worried about that until after the night. Right. And we can get Capital here. I know we can. Okay, I know we can get them. We just got to play smart.
Fair enough. You got everybody available for tonight?
Yeah, we do. Everybody's healthy.
Okay.
That's the main thing. Nobody's sick, so.
Okay. Well, thanks, Coach, and good luck tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Shelton coach Derek Pringle. His pregame comments about an hour ago. And we'll be back with more of the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show in a moment on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Frustrated by rising cable prices? You're not the only one. As your local cable TV provider, we work hard to give you the channels you want to watch the local news, enjoy family night, and cheer on your favorite sports team. We also fight to keep your rates fair, but at the negotiating table, large corporate broadcasters demand higher fees for their programming. As TV viewership goes down, broadcast rates continue to go up. It's not fair. None of us should cover their losses. Visit KeepTheConnections.com for more information on how we're working for you.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
It may not seem fast or close to you, but 100 times a day we leave our office and put ourselves only a door away. An average of 2 patrol cars are struck and 1 trooper injured every month. It's Washington law that you slow down or move over when you see emergency lights ahead. We ask that while we're out here getting you and your family home safe every night, you help us get home safe to our families. Slow down and move over.
Back here at the Mini Dome. Shelton High School Band with the national anthem. Time for the starting 5 here on the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show. We'll start out with the Tornadoes from Yelm. Jacob McCown, a 5'9" senior. Lane Lasher, a 6'1" junior. Anthony Sagai, a 5'7" junior. Gabe Cruz, a 5'8" sophomore, and Bob Peterson, a 5'10" sophomore. So there's McCown, Lasher, Sagai, Cruz, and Peterson. For the Highclimbers, same starting 5 as it has been most of the season. Malik Freeman, 6'1" senior. Travis Colvinson, a 6' senior. Ty Thompson, a 6'2" sophomore. Noah Benson, a 5'11" junior, and Jason Kenyon, a 5'7" junior. So that's Freeman, Colvinson, Thompson, Benson, and Kenyon for the Highclimbers. Starting lineups being announced here at the Mini Dome. We will take another break. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live broadcasts of high school basketball in Mason County. Friday night, the Shelton boys continued their homestand with another South Sound Conference clash, this time against Capital. Tip-off in the Mini-Dome is at 7. That's South Sound Conference boys high school basketball, the Capital Cougars at the Shelton Highclimbers. Friday night only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Other TV providers force you to sign a long-term contract. Then you're stuck with years of second-rate service. Hood Canal Communications delivers stunning HD, plus bundled savings on super-fast internet and home phone, with no long-term contracts. It's all backed by an exceptional team of local service professionals. No contracts, no nonsense, just great service. Don't get stuck with a contract. Visit hcc.net to learn more.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live broadcasts of high school basketball in Mason County. Friday night, the Shelton boys continued their homestand with another South Sound Conference clash, this time against Capital. Tip-off in the Mini-Dome is at 7. That's South Sound Conference boys high school basketball, the Capital Cougars at the Shelton Highclimbers. Friday night only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
Waiting for the tip-off here in the Mini-Dome between the Shelton Highclimbers and the Yelm Tornadoes. The Highclimbers will be in their white home uniforms with the red numbers. The Tornadoes will be in the black unis with the white numbers. Looks like Ty Thompson will set to step into center court to get this thing underway. He'll face Jacob McCown. So again, it's McCown, Lasher, Sagai, Cruz, and Peterson for the Tornadoes. Benson, Thompson, Colbinson, Freeman, and Kenyon for the Highclimbers. Tip is won by the Highclimbers, and Jason Kenyon will get it up to Travis Colbinson. Back to Kenyon. Kenyon working to the near side. Dribbles up top, throws it over to Colbinson. Colbinson open for three. Off the back of the iron. Rebound, Ty Thompson in the corner. Turns around, throws it to Colbinson, but threw it away. And here come the Tornadoes. That's Cruz with it. Over to Lasher. Lasher to the hoop. Puts it up. Missed the shot. Drew the foul on the Highclimbers, however. Now to go on Jason Kenyon. His first at the free throw line is Lane Lasher for Yelm. Missed the first one. He'll get another one. Short on the second one. Travis Colbinson with the rebound for Shelton, and here come the Highclimbers. Ty Thompson with it. Quickly up to Benson in the corner, far side. Bounce it up top. Lob it down low to nobody because somebody wasn't where they're supposed to be from Jason Kenyon, and they have two turnovers quickly on the Highclimbers, who played almost 40 seconds here in the ball game. No score. Shelton and Yelm Tornadoes have the ball. McCown gets it in to Peterson, and a steal of the ball. Kenyon couldn't finish, but the save inbounds goes to Benson. Benson tried to feed it down low. And it's a kicked ball, so that'll be a Highclimber ball. Baseline inbounds left of the backboard. Kenyon will trigger the play. That was a 30-second timeout. We'll step aside. This Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Tuesday, you can watch the Mason County Commission. These live broadcasts air at 9 a.m., except on the fourth Tuesday of a month when the County Commission meets at 6 p.m. You can also watch the County Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
Highclimber ball coming out of the timeout. Kenyon will inbounds it from the baseline to the left of the backboard. Same lineup. Kenyon fakes it into Colbinson in the corner to Benson. Benson for three. Oh, air ball there. Rebound goes to McCown. That's Sagai with it, top of the key. He's going to drive the paint, go kick it out into the corner. Cruz for three. Yes. Oh, it's Peterson for three. Excuse me. I thought it was Sagai. Kenyon with it, trapped at midcourt. Finds Ty Thompson. Thompson throws it over to Colbinson. Colbinson will take the three. That's short. Rebound. Malik Freeman muscles it away from Thompson. Finds Colbinson in the paint. It dropped in. Oh, here come the Tornadoes. Quickly back the other way. Sagai kick it out. Three on the way by Cruz. It goes in. Quick lead, or early lead by four for Yelm. Here comes Colbinson over to Thompson. Thompson tried to feed it down low. It's deflected away, stolen away by Lasher. He'll bring it up for Yelm. Nice find down low. McCown running the baseline, lays it up and in. Three turnovers on the Highclimbers here early. Benson will bring it up for Shelton. Finds Kenyon still near mid-court, but in the front court now. Kenyon down to the baseline, off the hands of Benson, out of bounds. Four turnovers early for the Highclimbers, and up come five substitutions. You've got Hitzman, Yunker, Ald, Brown, Badia Brown, and Forsman all in there on the substitution, a full unit substitution. Coach Pringle didn't like what he saw. Quickly come the Tornadoes over to Cruz now. High post feed, backdoor cut. And this ball is free from Sagai, and there's still a fight for it. And we have a jump ball called. That'll stay with Yelm. So it'll be baseline inbounds for the Tornadoes. Left of the backboard. Cruz will trigger the play. Cruz will lob it up top to Lasher. Lasher hooks it to the baseline to Peterson, out to Cruz in the corner for three. It's off the back of the iron. Rebound goes pulled down by Hitzman. Hitzman will bring it up, and he's fouled trying to get out of the double team. The first whistle on the Tornadoes. That goes on Jacob McCown, his first. So it'll be a high climber ball, backcourt, inline inbounds. Hitzman will bring it across the timeline. Over to Forsman. Back up top to Hitzman. Near side, Ald. And now there goes to Hitzman. Over to Forsman. Pull-up jumper on the baseline for Cole. Missed it. Ald with the rebound and put back. That falls off. Rebound pulled down by Lasher. And up it goes quickly to Lasher. Lasher to the foul line, to the side of the paint. Kick it out to the top of the key. Faking the three is going to be Lasher. He'll drive right to the hoop. Nice lane and dribble penetration up and in. And it's a 9-point lead early. 8-point lead early. And it looks like Sagai's going to be called for personal there. So Junker will inbounds it to Hitzman into the front court. Into the corner to Ald. Ald draws a double team, threw it out to Hitzman, but it's deflected, stolen away. And Ald comes off the deflection there. Back to Hitzman to set the play for Shelton. Over to Ald, to side of the paint to Brown. It's deflected, stolen away by the Tornadoes. Going to the hoop, putting it up short with Sagai. And rebound goes to the High Climbers. Hitzman bounces it to Junker. Nice spin move into the paint, puts it up and in, and there's two for Zach. Pretty move for Zach. Comes Cruz, crossing midcourt to the three-point arc, near side. Up top goes to McCown. High post feed, bobbled and stolen away. And here comes Hitzman in the High Climbers. High post feed to Brown, contested and stolen away, but that stepping on the far sidelines is Sagai. It'll be a high climber ball, trailing by 4. Forsman inbounds it from the middle of the Yelm bench. Inbounds to Hitzman. Caleb gets it over to Ald. Ald back to Hitzman. Fakes the three, high post feed to Brown. Brown drives right down to the middle, puts it up and in. Casey with the first basket tonight. And here come the Crews the other way. Little scoop shot by Lasher falls off. They're going to say it was partially blocked. And it'll stay with the Tornadoes. Baseline inbounds. 4-point lead for Yelm. 3:16 to go first quarter. Quick into McCown. Fade away from the baseline. Fell off. Hitzman one hands a rebound and he'll push it up the court. Over goes to Badia Brown. Back up top to Hitzman. Hitzman over to far side. It's Ald back to Hitzman to Forsman. Forsman back to Hitzman over to Ald. Ald will take the three. Yes! 1-point lead now for Yelm. Here come the Tornadoes. Peterson with it. Back to Lasher. That's Lasher, excuse me. Cruz in the corner now. That's the guy with it now. Finds Lasher, changing direction, drives to the hoop, lays it up and in. Quick moves by Lane Lasher. Lead back up to 3. Hitzman over to Ald. Up fakes once, drives, shuffles it to Brown. Brown loses the handle, got it back and loses it. It'll stay with the High Climbers off of a Yelm player. TJ Wilson will step on for the Tornadoes. 30-second timeout has been called. We'll take it. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
Back at the Mini Dome, 2:16 to go here in the first quarter. 12-9 the score. Yelm with the lead, Shelton with the ball. Baseline inbounds. Junker will trigger the play. Looking for Hitzman, finds Hitzman, goes right to the hoop, lays it up. Oh, it popped out. Rebound pulled down by Yelm, and quickly up to Cruz. Cruz is going to go right to the hole, lay it off the glass and in. Cruz has 5 points so far tonight, and it leads up to 6. Here comes Hitzman, weaving his way past the press. Throws it to Brown, out to Junker. Junker drives to the baseline, out to Hitzman. Hitzman up top to Ald. Ald back over to Hitzman. Side of the paint to Brown, out to Forsman. Forsman for 3. Yes! Cole with his first basket of the night. 2-point lead for Yelm now. And a steal in the back court. Junker with it. Hand it off to Ald. Over it goes to Hitzman, near side to Forsman. Finds Brown. Brown to the hoop. Casey with his second basket. Tie ball game. It's McCown with it. To Cruz in back court. Back to McCown. McCown crossing midcourt to the three-point arc. Side of the paint, he's going to be kicking out the pass over to Lasher, but he's fouled on the pass-off. Second team foul on Shelton. Personal foul will go on. I think it'll go on Hitzman. Yes. Yep, that's Caleb's first. So it'll be baseline inbounds for the Tornadoes. Cruz inbounds it. Bounds it into McCown. Threw up a prayer that somehow snuck in. How did he get that to fall in? Here comes Ald to the three-point arc. Back to Hitzman. Hitzman over to Ald. Ald takes the open 3. Rimmed it off. Rebound goes to Junker. Junker out to Ald. Ald up fakes once. Up top to Hitzman. Hitzman will take the 3 at the top and drain it. That's Caleb's first basket. And the Highclimbers have their first lead of the night. Up it goes to Wilson. Wilson trying to get it down. Well, it's a steal either way, or a turnover, I should say. Forsman finds Hitzman. Hitzman double pumps to the pass to Ald. He'll put it up and draw the foul. We'll go to Wilson's first personal. Third team foul on the Tornadoes. And Tyler Ald at the free throw line. Missed the first one, he'll get one more.
Tyler Ald to the line, shooting the second and 10. Into the ball game, number 1, Jordan Kenny.
Jordan Kenny is in for the Tornadoes. Ald has one more free throw for the Highclimbers. Rattled that one in. They give him 4 points tonight, and it's a 2-point lead for Shelton. There's McCown dancing across midcourt. Near side goes Cruz. Looking for Peterson. A step back, 19 on the game clock. Over to Kinney. And a whistle away from the ball. That'll go on Ald. That'll be his first. Third team foul on Shelton. It'll be far sideline inbounds for Yelm. Cruz will trigger the play. Inbounds to McCown in the corner. He'll launch for 3. Comes up short. Hitzman with the rebound. Has 10 seconds to work. Caleb hesitates. Bounce it over to Forsman. Forsman for 3. Second 3 in the ball game. And it's 21-16. Shelton up after 1. We'll take a break. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's always something happening at Maple Glen Senior Living in Shelton. Find out for yourself by scheduling a tour to see the senior living community at 1700 North 13th Loop. Call 360-427-0300 to set up a time, or you can attend one of Maple Glen's community events. There's a brunch Sunday from 10:30 to 1. How about attending a wine and cheese tasting? Maple Glen is holding a movie night on January 28th. For more information and to RSVP for one of these events, call Maple Glen at 360-427-0300.
Shelton Highclimbers will have the ball starting the second quarter, leading by 5. Changing the lineup slightly, Malik Freeman and Ty Thompson check into the ball game. In the timeout, this all with it near side, up top to Hitzman. Hitzman looking for a double high post. He gives it over to Thompson. Thompson back to Hitzman. Over to Ald. They're still looking for a high post, and they're trying to get to Freeman down on the base or on the box. Over it goes to Ty Thompson, drives baseline. Extra pass goes to Malik Freeman, had it blocked. And the ball's still free, but pulling it away is Lasher. Lasher up to Cruz. Cruz to the three-point arc near side. Up top it goes to Sagai. Sagai dances his way. Kick it out to Wilson for 3. No. Yes. Nope, it hit the little support. Now they'll wave that one off. So still 21-16. Full court press by the Tornadoes. All to get it into Hitzman. Throw it up and over the head of Yonker, and it'll go to Lasher on the turnover to the Highclimbers. Lasher at the top of the key, finds Cruz. Directing some traffic over to Sagai. Hits Hoffman cutting to the bucket, who's checked in, but he took steps to get there. That'll be 4 turnovers on Yelm. I have 6 on the Highclimbers so far in the ballgame. 5-point lead for Shelton with the ball. Trying to work their way up the court off the press. Hitzman still with his dribble, stops, finds Junker. Junker, turnaround jumper, dropped out. Rebound Freeman. Freeman shuffles it to Junker. Junker took steps and didn't have possession. And that'll be 7 turnovers on Shelton. 6:34 to go in the half. Travis Colmanson will step on for Shelton. He'll go get Zach Junker. It'll be backcourt inbounds for Yelm. Wilson will get it into Sagai, and a steal by Thompson to the hoop. Drew the foul there. 14 fouls on Yelm. Personal win on Lasher, his first. I believe it was on Lasher. No, it's actually not going to be on Lasher. It's going to be on Sagai, his second. Thompson dropped in the first one. We'll get one more. So Hitzman, Ald, Thompson, Freeman, and Colmanson on the court for Shelton. Second free throw is off. Rebound goes to Cruz for Yelm. Yelm's going to run. I'd like to run. Over it goes to Lasher, back to Cruz. Over it goes to Sagai. High post feed to Lasher. Nice cut, but rejected by Freeman. Freeman will, well, the recovery went to Ald. His pass is picked off. And the Tornadoes get the ball back. There's Wilson with it. Backdoor cut, and nice extra pass to Hoffman is knocked out of bounds by Ty Thompson. Jason Kenyon will step onto the court for the Highclimbers. Tyler Ald will sit down. It's Tornado ball, baseline inbounds, right of the backboard. Cruz will trigger the play. Throw it into the corner, and that is Lasher. Lasher will get it to Sagai. Back to Lasher, top of the key. Trying to look for some room, hand it off to Cruz to reset the play. 14 on the shot clock. Cruz going to work. Over to Wilson. Wilson drives to the center of the court. Throws it over and near pick by Thompson. They're going to get Ty with a personal there. His first. 4th team foul on Shelton.
Fouls on number 10, Ty Thompson, his first 4th team foul on the Highclimbers.
So Cruz will trigger the play from the sidelines. Near side, inbounds, goes to Lasher. No, it's the guy, excuse me. That's Lasher. Lasher drives the foul line, goes right to the hoop, puts it up, missed the shot. Hoffman with the rebound, draws a crowd, puts it up, missed it. Malik Freeman with a rebound for Shelton. Outlet to Hitzman. Caleb finds Kenyon. Kenyon, extra pass to Thompson. Thompson double pumps, puts it up and in, and draws the foul.
Down the basket by number 10, Ty Thompson. He's to the line, shooting one. Nice assist.
So TJ Wilson was called with that personal, his second. It's 5 team fouls on Yelm. Somebody checked in, I thought. Now Peterson's back in. Hoffman is out. Ty Thompson in and out on the first throw. The free throw, and here comes McCown. McCown up to Wilson. Wilson to the hoop. Missed the shot. Thompson with the rebound for Shelton. Bounces it up to Kenyon. Kenyon pushing the pace for the Highclimbers. Lob it down to Freeman. It's deflected. Colbinson saves it in bounds. Nice tap pass. Malik Freeman. Oh, missed the reverse layup, and then there's a foul on the Highclimbers. Thompson picked up his second personal. Cole Forsman will come onto the court for Shelton. He'll go get Ty. So the Highclimber lineup is Freeman, Kenyon, Hitzman, Colbinson, and Forsman. Cruz is back in the ball game for the Tornadoes. McCown speeds across midcourt, kick it out in the corner to Sagai. Actually, no, it's Peterson. Now Cruz has it up top. Trying to get by the defensive Hitzman. Gets a screen from Lasher, and we have a whistle, an offensive foul on the Tornadoes. And that will go on Lasher, his second. I was going to say that the Tornadoes only have 3 on the bench. I think Ethan Bostwick is not playing tonight. Forsman, get it back to Colbinson. Hooked the pass and it's saved in bounds to Wilson, and they're going to get Colbinson with a little trip incidental, but still a foul. And I have 9 turnovers on Shelton here in the first half. Shelton with an 8-point lead. The Tornadoes have yet to score here in the second quarter. Here's Wilson to the foul line. He'll lob one up there, miss it. Rebound. Forsman taps it, controls it, saves it. Here comes Hitzman. Hitzman over to Kenyon. Trying to spread the court out here. Over goes Hitzman for 3. Yep. It's Caleb's second 3 in the ball game. And it's an 11-point lead for the Highclimbers. Quick passes, Wilson to the hoop, but Kenyon gave up the body there. Took the foul. That'll be 3 on TJ. And Coach Deloney wants to talk things over. So we'll take time out. 3:54 to go here in the second. 27-16. Highclimbers up 11. We'll be right back.
Emerging science indicates access to high-speed internet during the school years can lead to positive outcomes, including, but not limited to, streamlined acquisition of data, academic achievement, career advancement, satisfying relationships, cuter children, joy, Our scientific conclusion? Call now and get the HCC Internet and Voice Bundle for the everyday low price of $44.95. Call today and save.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live broadcasts of high school basketball in Mason County. Friday night, the Shelton boys continued their homestand with another South Sound Conference clash, this time against Capital. Tip-off in the Mini-Dome is at 7. That's South Sound Conference boys high school basketball. The Capital Cougars at the Shelton Highclimbers. Friday night only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Highclimbers have the ball coming out of the timeout. Inbounds goes to Forsman. Forsman up to Hitzman. Hitzman going to go right to the hoop, put it up, missed it, but Freeman put it up and in off the rebound. Cleaning things up. And it's a 13-point lead for Shelton. Here comes McCown. McCown to the top of the key on the dribbles. Looking for Cruz, gets over to Peterson. Peterson, side of the paint to Cruz, splits the double team, dribbles into the middle of the paint, stripped away by Kenyon. Jason on the run for the Highclimbers. Loses the handle of the ball, but there's a foul. Nope, they're going to let him play. No, there's a whistle. Cruz just picked up his first personal. 8th team foul on the Tornadoes. So Jason Kenyon's at the line for first of a 1-and-1. Missed the first one. Rebound pulled down by Lasher. Up to Wilson. Wilson to the top of the key. Where goes to Cruz, far side. Cruz to McCown. McCown back and forth on the dribble. Just put an elbow into Hitzman, and he draws the foul. Be 2 quick personal fouls on Gabe. Colbinson will inbounds it, get it into Kenyon. Jason speeds up the far sideline, center of the court now. To the foul line, nice fine down low to Malik Freeman, but he can't finish. Rebound pulled down by Lasher. Lane will get it to Cruz. Cruz top of the keys, trying to go coast to coast. Kick it out to Peterson. Peterson for 3, in and out. Rebound, Hitzman. Hands it off to Kenyon, and here come the Highclimbers. Quickly up to Colbinson. Colbinson stops, pops for 3, and hits. Second basket for Travis. Wilson trying to answer the other way for Yelm. He does. First basket for TJ. There's Hitzman with it, gets it to Kenyon. Kenyon directing some traffic. 2:10 to go here in the half. To Forsman, over to Colbinson, to the Hitzman in the corner. Fakes the 3, fakes the drive, and then tries baseline, puts it up and in. Caleb with 8 points. 15-point lead for the Highclimbers, their largest of the night. Wilson for 3 again, same spot, and he gets it. Keeping the Tornadoes within striking distance here is Wilson. Kenyon with the ball, Deron barking out the play. 1:35 to go here in the half. Shelton with the lead in the ball. There's Forsman in the corner. Try to hook it down to Freeman on the box on that far side. Deflected out of bounds. Highclimbers will get it in the baseline inbounds. Left of the backboard into Colbinson, catch and shoot, and in and out on the 3. Rebound goes to Lasher. Lasher trying to get by Kenyon's defense. Managed to get up the court, and Kenyon's going to be called for the reach. That'll be 2 on Jason. 17 fouls on Shelton. Tyler Auld is ready to step back on for Shelton. And Lasher has first of 1-and-1 for Yelm. Short rebound, Colbinson. Here comes Hitzman. Hitzman quickly up to Freeman, overthrew him, and that'll be 11 turnovers on Shelton. 1:10 to go here in the half. Full timeout call. We'll take it. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
I lost my mother to a drunk driver. She taught me to be kind and good and strong. Be a positive force in a sometimes cruel world. I want to do everything I can to keep Washington a beautiful place. For my children, for your children. Become a Washington State Trooper.
Yelm ball coming out of the timeout. Off the turnover to the Highclimbers. McCown will inbounds it. Highclimbers going full court press, gets it into Peterson. Peterson back to McCown. McCown crosses midcourt, changing directions, kind of dancing and hopping. High post feed deflected by Freeman. Out of bounds in the sidelines. It'll be Yelm ball with under a minute to go here in the half. 12-point lead for Shelton. Yelm with the rock. Cruz looking to throw it in. A nice steal on the near steal on the inbounds by Hitzman guarding McCown. Cruz will inbounds it from the near corner on the sidelines. Gets it into Lasher. Lasher dribbles up top, bounces it over to McCown. McCown going to spread things out. Throws it over to Peterson. Peterson gets a screen, hooks it to Wilson. Kick it out. 3 on the way by Peterson, in and out, rebound. Hitzman had it, saved it inbounds to Colbinson. And didn't quite establish himself, did Caleb. And it's a dozen turnovers on Shelton. 33.6 seconds to go here in the half. 12-point lead for the Highclimbers. Tornadoes have the ball. Cruz will inbounds it from the baseline, bounces it into McCown. McCown will set the play. He's going to drive to the hoop, blocked by, I think they're going to, had to be by Ald. Covered by the Highclimbers. Here comes Hitzman. Hitzman stops, throws it over to Forsman. Forsman in the corner to Colbinson. Extra pass down across the paint to Freeman. Freeman 3 tries, missed it. Had again. Oh boy. After all that, Ald hit the 3 in the corner, but they say he traveled. That was 4 attempts at the hoop for the Highclimbers. 8.4 seconds to go here in the half. 12-point lead for the Highclimbers. Yelm with the ball. McCown will inbounds it from the sidelines at the end of his bench. Inbounds goes to Lasher. Lasher back to McCown. McCown half court. 3-point. Kick it into the corner. Peterson. Peterson side of the paint. Puts one up at the elbow. Missed it. And that'll be the half. So the Highclimbers come back from being down 8. And they're led by as many as 15. And they head to the half with a 34-22 lead. We will take a timeout. We'll be back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
The City of Shelton is changing from a 3-member commission to a 7-member council. There are 15 people running for 4 open council seats. Next Wednesday, the Shelton-Mason County Chamber of Commerce is holding a candidates forum featuring those 15 people. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, will broadcast the forum live from 6 to 8 p.m. The first hour will focus on positions 4 and 5. The second hour will feature positions 6 and 7. It's the Shelton City Council Primary Election Candidates Forum, 6 to 8 p.m. Wednesday, only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a very big mistake. Hey, Joe, you think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have your underground utilities marked before you start digging?
John, that's just for big projects.
Actually, it's for any digging project. Congratulations, Joe. You found your electric line. Remember, safe digging always begins with a free call to 811. You want to borrow my phone, buddy?
Well, it's halftime here at the Mini Dome. And we welcome you to the Maple Glen Senior Living halftime show. The Shelton Highclimbers lead 34-22. They've done it pretty much a balanced attack here. Caleb Hitzman leads the way with 8 points. 6 for Cole Forsman. He hit a couple of threes in the first quarter. 5 for Travis Colbinson. 4 for Tyler Ald. And 4 for Casey Badia-Brown. 3 for Ty Thompson. Basket for Zach Junker. For the Tornadoes, they're being led by TJ Wilson. He has 6 points. He had a couple of threes to keep the Tornadoes in the ball game in the second quarter. Gabe Cruz has 5. 4 for Jacob McCown. 4 for Lane Lasher. 3 for Bob Peterson. And that pretty much rounds out the scoring. The Highclimbers started the game pretty sluggish. The starters fell down by 8. Coach Pringle changed it. He did a full-scale substitution of the squad. Brought 5 in, and then the Highclimbers were able to come back and go up by 5 by the end of the quarter. Highclimbers were able to build that lead to 15 in the second half. Like I mentioned, that TJ Wilson was able to keep the Highclimbers from eking away even more, and they cut it down, I think, to 12. No, I think he got it down to 9. That's right, he got it down into 9, and then the Highclimbers end up with that 12-point halftime lead. Turnovers, a problem for both teams. Highclimbers, by my count, have 13. And Tornadoes have 10. Tornadoes not very deep tonight. They're missing a couple of players. I know at least Ethan Bostic, I think, is on the bench, and he's not playing. Their tallest player. Oh, the tallest player is actually Anthony Perez. He's not playing. He hasn't played at all. So they only have 8 on the bench available to play tonight, and they have TJ Wilson with 3 personals. Gabe Cruz has 2. Anthony Sagai has 2 personals as well. For the Highclimbers, foul-wise, Ty Thompson with 2. Jason Kenyon with 2 personal as well. It's by my count here. So we'll take another timeout. So there are about 5 minutes left here in the halftime period, with the Shelton Highclimbers leading 34-22 at the half. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a big mistake. Hey, Joe, think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have the utilities marked before you start digging?
I'm not digging very deep. It's no big deal.
No big deal. Remember, safe digging always starts with a free call to 811. Oh, what a knucklehead.
You've seen the sign, keep right except to pass, but did you know it's the law? Camping out in the left lane makes you a slow-moving safety hazard. Moving to the right improves emergency response time and helps reduce collisions and traffic jams. Allowing faster-moving traffic to pass is always the best choice. Use the left lane to pass slower-moving or merging traffic, then return to your lane. Remember, keep right except to pass.
Frustrated by rising cable prices? You're not the only one. As your local cable TV provider, we work hard to give you the channels you want to watch the local news, enjoy family night, and cheer on your favorite sports team. We also fight to keep your rates fair, but at the negotiating table, large corporate broadcasters demand higher fees for their programming. As TV viewership goes down, broadcast rates continue to go up. It's not fair. None of us should cover their losses. Visit keeptheconnections.com for more information on how we're working for you.
Well, welcome back to the Mini Dome, everyone. Diedrich Allen, it's halftime. The Shelton Highclimbers lead the Yelm Tornadoes 34-22. We've seen a lot of three attempts by both teams. Highclimbers have hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 threes. As for the Tornadoes, they've only made 3 threes and attempted a lot more than that. I don't have an actual number of how many misses for either team. Another thing to pass along, though, the Tornadoes were held scoreless for about 4 minutes in the second quarter before they were able to get their first basket, and that allowed the Highclimbers to build a lead of up to 15 points. So just another thing to mention here. So we're just about a minute and a half or so away from the third quarter. We will take another timeout. We'll be back with the third quarter and the second half. You are, this is the Maple Glen Senior Living halftime show on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. We'll be back with the third quarter.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Tuesday, you can watch the Mason County Commission. These live broadcasts air at 9 a.m., except on the fourth Tuesday of a month when the County Commission meets at 6 p.m. You can also watch the County Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live broadcasts of high school basketball in Mason County. Friday night, the Shelton boys continue their homestand with another South Sound Conference clash, this time against Capital. Tip-off in the Mini-Dome is at 7. That's South Sound Conference boys high school basketball. The Capital Cougars at the Shelton Highclimbers. Friday night only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
We're about ready to start the third quarter. Shelton Highclimbers 34, Yelm Tornadoes 22. The Tornadoes will come out with the ball. The Highclimbers defensively have Benson, Thompson, Freeman, Kenyon, and Colbinson on the court. For the Tornadoes, you have Cruz, McCown, Peterson, Sagai, and Lasher. Inbounds into back court, goes to McCown, and here come the Tornadoes. McCown bounces it over to Cruz. Near side, back down to McCown. Catch and lay it up and in. That's, I guess you can call that an alley-oop of sorts. And it's a 10-point lead for the Highclimbers. Comes Jason Kenyon. Going to go right to the hoop. Stop. Oop, he just traveled. Whoop. Didn't know where he was going when he was stopped, and that'll be 14 turnovers on Shelton. Tornadoes looking for their first win of the season. Lash will get it to McCown, crossing midcourt. Over goes Cruz for three. Yes! That'll be Gabe's second three. There's Thompson. Thompson driving right to the lane. He'll cook the pass to Freeman, put it up and in. 4 points for Malik. Sagai to Peterson, to Cruz, to McCown. McCown up top to Lasher. Lasher's going to drive on Thompson. Double pump to the hole. Missed the shot just a little short. Here comes Noah Benson, surprised by that outlet. He'll hand it off to Kenyon. Kenyon gets it over to Thompson. Steal by Lasher. Lasher's going to slash to the hole, put it up, and it popped out. Rebound goes to Kenyon. Nice defense by Jason on that one. Jason will step back, set the play for the Highclimbers. And there's going to be a touch foul on Sagai. That'll be 3 on him. Again, I have to mention that the Tornadoes are not very deep tonight. They only have 8 people available. Nice 2-man game. Malik Freeman ends up with the ball. Ball pops to Jason Kenyon. Kenyon out to Colbinson for 3 in the corner. No. Rebound, Freeman, 1 dribble. Hook it to Thompson. Thompson spins. What are they going to say? They're going to say he double dribbled. I don't believe that one, but okay. 15 turnovers on Shelton. They're down 9. TJ Wilson will return for the Tornadoes, and Sagai will sit down. McCown gets the ball back from Cruz. McCown will set the play over to Wilson. Wilson to Cruz up top. Looking for a screen, gets the screen. Over to McCown, working the far side. McCown hooks it to Peterson, and Peterson, 1 dribble, 2 dribbles. Bounce off to Wilson. Wilson up, fakes big 2 steps to the hole, puts it up and in. TJ with 8 points off the bench for Yelm. And the lead is down to 7 for the Highclimbers. Jason Kenyon, top of the key, over to Benson, to Thompson at the foul line. Out it goes to Colbinson. Colbinson to the side of the paint, lost the handle, shuffles it to Benson. Benson down to Freeman. Freeman on the box, backs down the defender, puts it up. Popped out, and here comes Lasher for Yelm. Over to McCown. McCown faked outside, hooks it over to Peterson. Peterson fakes the 3, drive side of the paint. Up top to Wilson. Wilson for 3. Yes! TJ having a game, 11 points. And it's down to 4 points is the lead of the Highclimbers. Coach Sprinkles says 30-second timeout. We'll be right back. Space and Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
Highclimber ball coming out of the timeout as the Tornadoes have cut the 12-point halftime lead of the Highclimbers down to 4. Jason Kenyon with the ball. Over to Noah Peterson. Up top to Malik Freeman. Down to Thompson. Thompson strong to the hole. Puts it up and in and draws the foul. I guess that's on who the foul went on. Ty completes a 3-point play. Lasher with the personal foul on the last one that gives him 2. Cruz with the ball for Yelm. Gets a screen from Lasher. Cruz is going to drive on Freeman, and then they're going to get Freeman with a hand check. That'll be the first personal on Malik. The first whistle in the third quarter on the Highclimbers. Cruz will inbounds it, and a steal by Freeman. Handed off to Kenyon, up to Peterson. Noah back to Ty. Ty puts it up and in off the turnover. Here comes McCown for Yelm. Sorry, Benson. Did I say Peterson? I meant Benson. Lasher's going to drive, miss the shot, rebound pulled down by Benson. Here comes Kenyon the other way for Shelton. To Colbinson. Colbinson for three. Yes. 8 points for Travis. Second three in the ball game. The Tornadoes go right back at you. Cruz with it far side. Guarded by the larger Thompson. Cruz will get it up to Wilson. Wilson looking far side. Gets a screen from Lasher. Stops. Nice defense by Kenyon. Finds McCown. McCown to the foul line. Jump stops in the middle. Missed the shot. Rebound pulled down by Ty Thompson. There comes Travis Colbinson up to Benson. Benson to Thompson. Over to Kenyon. Kenyon three-point arc far side. Actually at the elbow. Step back. Set the play for the Highclimbers. Leads back to 12. Nice play. Ty Thompson lays it up and in. Comes Cruz quickly the other way for Yelm. Cruz will step back, set the offense. Finds Peterson. Back to Cruz. Cruz is going to drive baseline right to the hoop, puts it up, missed the shot, rebound Benson. And here comes Kenyon. Jason to the three-point arc. Over to Noah Benson for three. Yes! Quickly, the Highclimbers have built back their lead. Here comes Wilson stumbling and kick it out to Peterson. Knocked by Benson, saved by Colbinson. Colbinson up to Malik Freeman. Reverse layup goes in for Malik. 6 points for Freeman. And the inbounds, Cruz can't handle it. A dozen turnovers on Yelm. It's quickly the 19-point lead for the Highclimbers. So Badia Brown, Junker, Hitzman, and Ald will step onto the court for the Highclimbers. Ald will get it into Hitzman. Caleb will step across the midcourt stripe, get it over to Ald. Tyler to Junker, to Brown, Badia Brown. Casey to the foul line. Over to Ald. Ald spreads out the defense again. Looking for Hitzman. He'll get it to Hitzman. To Brown. Brown to the side of the paint. Kick it out to Junker. Up top to Hitzman. 12 on the shot clock. To Ald. Ald way outside. Looking for Junker's inlet pass is deflected by the long arms of Peterson. It'll be Highclimber ball sideline inbounds. Foul line extended near side. Actually in the corner, excuse me. Inbounds goes to Hitzman. Hitzman with 5 on the shot clock. Thompson comes up with a deflection. Runner goes in with 1 on the shot clock for Ty. What a quarter. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third. And Lasher will slash in and lay it up and in. He has 6 points tonight. Ty Thompson quickly to three-point arc for the Highclimbers. Back to Hitzman. Cole Forsman will be checking in here. The next dead ball for the Highclimbers. Ty Thompson, foul line. Nice hesitation move. Draws the foul on Yelm. That'll go on Lane Lasher, his third. Ty Thompson at the free throw line for 2 free throws. He has 9 points in this quarter. That missed the first one. Anthony Sagai will step on for Yelm. Bob Peterson will sit down for the Tornadoes. Shelton's Ty Thompson at the free throw line for a second free throw. It's off. Rebound goes to Junker. Junker will get it out. Here's Ald for 3. McCown puts it off of his foot on the behind the back dribble. There's a fight for it at midcourt, and what do we have? A jump ball called. That'll go over to the Highclimbers. So Ty Thompson will sit down. Forsman is back in the ball game. All to get it into Hitzman. The Highclimbers have the lead and the ball. Forsman with it near side. One hands it back to Hitzman. Hitzman over to Ald. Ald fake to pass the baseline. Gets back to Hitzman over to Forsman. Forsman for three. That's off the mark. Rebound goes to Lasher. And there's a foul on the Highclimbers. Ald picked up the second personal foul. 1:04 to go here in third quarter. Oh, and another steal. There's Ald with it. Bounce it to Jonker. Jonker puts it up short. Missed the shot. Got his own rebound. Back up and dropped in. Sack of the second basket. And another steal. There's Hitzman. Hitzman going to the hoop. Stripped of the ball, but fouled by McCown, his second. McCown just picked up his third personal. And Caleb Hitzman's at the free throw line for 2 free throws. Oh, actually he's not. Excuse me. That'll be baseline inbounds, and the ball is deflected in. Sagai can't handle it. That'll stay with the Highclimbers, but in the backcourt. Here's Caleb Hitzman. Working between the circles with about 30 seconds to go here in the quarter. Over to Forsman. Back to Hitzman, looking for Brown. Over to Forsman. Back to Hitzman. Caleb into the corner to Forsman. Forsman drives, baseline, stops and pops, misses. Forsman got the rebound out to Brown. Lob it up top to Hitzman. Hitzman with 8 seconds down to Jonker. Jonker spins baseline, bounces it to Forsman in the corner for 3. Nope. Rebound, Ald one-hands it, puts it up at the buzzer, but we are through with 3 quarters. Shelton now up 58-34. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Vehicle collisions are the #1 killer of teens in the U.S., taking 8 young lives every day. And speeding is a factor in more than half of teen fatal car crashes, but we can prevent these tragedies. Talk with your teen about staying safe behind the wheel. Remind them to follow the speed limit and adjust their driving for road conditions. Keep the conversation going and be the driver you want your teen to be. It's not just good parenting, it's a matter of life or death.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live broadcasts of high school basketball in Mason County. Friday night, the Shelton boys continued their homestand with another South Sound Conference clash, this time against Capital. Tip-off in the Mini-Dome is at 7. That's South Sound Conference boys high school basketball. The Capital Cougars at the Shelton Highclimbers. Friday night only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Waiting for the start of the fourth quarter here in the Mini-Dome. Shelton Highclimbers up 58-34. It will be Yelm ball start the fourth frame. Cruz, let's see here, we have Hoffman in there, Sagai, McCown, and I believe that's Peterson down in the box. Oh, it's not. It's Lasher. McCown for 3. No. Rebound. Ald will track it down. Draw the double team. Triple team. Dribble out of the triple team. Gives it over to Hitzman. Hitzman's going to drive to the box. Had it stripped and stolen away. Here comes Cruz the other way for Yelm. To the hoop. Little hook shot. I don't know how he got that in there, but he managed to get it. 10 points for Gabe. Here's Forsman with it beyond the 3-point arc. Up top to Jonker, over to Ald. To Freeman, Freeman to Jonker. Jonker tied up by McCown. That'll stay with the Highclimbers. It'll be baseline inbounds for Shelton. Hitzman will trigger the play. Into Ald. Ald up to Freeman. Freeman is going to say he traveled. That'll be 16 turnovers on Shelton. It'll be Yelm ball. Lasher has it to McCown. McCown crosses midcourt. Hooks it over to Lasher for three. In and out. Rebound Freeman. Freeman will hand it off to Hitzman, and here come the Highclimbers. Caleb Hitzman with it. Near side to Ald. Back to Hitzman. High post feed to Freeman. Out to Ald. Ald for three. Yep. That's 11 points for Tyler. McCown with it. Cross court to Lasher. Just the guy, and now McCown will try to answer for three, and he'll hit it. 9 points for Jacob. It's a 22-point lead for the Highclimbers. Hitzman over to Forsman, and then his outlet is deflected and stolen away. Here come the Tornadoes. Cruz missed the free throw, but cleaning it up, putting it up and in is Lasher. Forsman. High post feed to Freeman. Freeman drives in, lost the handle, got it back, and a step to the hoop. He's fouled. Some leak to the free throw line. Lane Lasher with his fourth personal foul. Blake Freeman at the free throw line. He has 6 points. Oh, in and out on the first one. So three up off the bench for Yelm. That'll be Koenig. Let's see here. We have Peterson in there, and who's the last guy? I guess that's Hoffman. No, Hoffman just went to the bench. We'll give you the Yelm lineup in a moment. As Freeman's second free throw goes in, Malik has 7 points tonight. And an offensive foul on McCown. That'll be 4 on Jacob. 16 fouls on Yelm. So Koenig's in there. Let's see here. Lasher, McCown, Peterson, and Wilson. Hitzman will get it over to Forsman, far side. Back to Ald. Ald back up top to Hitzman. Over to Ald. Ald fakes the three, back to Hitzman. Over goes to Forsman. Cole hooks it side of the paint to Jonker. Jonker out to Ald. Ald down the baseline, picked up by Wilson. Wilson will draw the foul on Freeman, his second. That'll be the third team foul on Shelton. I have 17 turnovers on Shelton tonight. Wilson with the ball, hands it off to McCown. McCown steps back for three. It's off. Rebound goes to Jonker. Jonker to Hitzman in backcourt. And here comes Caleb quickly the other way for the Highclimbers. Down to Freeman. He'll just put it up and in. 9 points for Malik. The timeout has been called. 4:46 to go in the ballgame. 64 for Shelton. 41 for Yelm.
The city of Shelton is changing from a 3-member committee. There's always something happening at Maple Glen Senior Living in Shelton. Find out for yourself by scheduling a tour to see the senior living community at 1700 North 13th Loop. Call 360-427-0300 to set up a time, or you can attend one of Maple Glen's community events. There's a brunch Sunday from 10:30 to 1. How about attending a wine and cheese tasting? Maple Glen is holding a movie night on January 28th. For more information and to RSVP for one of these events, call Maple Glen at 360-427-0300.
64-41 is the score. It'll be Yelm ball coming out of the timeout. The Highclimbers have Hitzman, Freeman, Junker, Ald, and Forsman on the court. I'd say up there. I thought for sure we're going to go this way. So got Peterson, McCown, Wilson, Caney, and Lasher on the court for the Tornadoes. Caney can't quite handle it. Kick it up top to Peterson. A little touch foul on Junker. That'll be his fourth team foul on the Highclimbers. So Peterson will inbounds it from the sideline, near side. Looking for McCown. Lob it into McCown. And then they stepped on the sideline. Wow. 14 turnovers on Yelm. 4:29 to go here in the ball game. Shelton on top, 64-41. Caleb Hitzman crosses midcourt, throws it over to Tyler Ald. Back to Hitzman. Over to Cole Forsman, back to Hitzman. Now to Ald. And to Hitzman. Hitzman looking for Junker. To get it to Ald. Ald drives baseline, hook it to Hitzman. Down to Hitzman. Catch and shoot and hit for Zach. 6 points. McCown will throw it to Lasher. Lasher up, and Wilson gets it and puts it up. Drew the foul on Malik Freeman. That'll be his third. TJ Wilson at the free throw line for Yelm. He has 11 points. This will be his first trip to the free throw line tonight. Got 4 Highclimbers up off the bench as Wilson hit the first free throw. So Thompson, Benson, Colbinson, and Kenyon will step on. Hitzman's the only one that remains from the last 5 for Shelton. Second free throw is short. Rebound goes to Ty Thompson. Hand it off to Hitzman, and here come the Highclimbers. Kenyon will set the play between the circles. To Benson, back to Kenyon, over to Hitzman. Up top to Kenyon. Back over to Hitzman. Hitzman fakes the 3. Throws it to Benson. Down to Thompson, nice extra pass. Down to Colbinson, he'll reverse layup up and in. 10 points for Travis. Lasher has it back to McCown. Up to Caney. Then back to Lasher. Lasher, top of the key. Trying to dribble penetrate on Thompson. He'll do it, but he'll miss the layup. And here come the Highclimbers. Hitzman. Over to Noah Benson. Back to Hitzman. To Kenyon. Bounce into the corner to Colbinson. Side of the paint. Extra pass out. Hitzman. 15 on the shot clock. Back to Thompson. To Colbinson. Cross court it goes to Benson. Extra pass to Colbinson in the corner, opposite side now. Back to Benson, and Hitzman will reset. 5 on the shot clock. There's a foul line jumper by Thompson. He'll hit it. 14 points for Ty. Here comes McCown quickly the other way. Back to McCown. McCown going to take 2 big steps to the hole, puts it up short. Partially deflected, I think, by Kenyon. Colbinson with the rebound, and here comes Jason. And a full timeout has been called. 2:07 to go in the ball game, 70-42. Shelton all over Yelm here tonight. We'll be right back. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a very big mistake. Hey, Joe, you think it might be a good idea to call 811 to Have your underground utilities marked before you start digging?
John, that's just for big projects.
Actually, it's for any digging project. Congratulations, Joe. You found your electric line. Remember, safe digging always begins with a free call to 811. You want to borrow my phone, buddy?
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live broadcasts of high school basketball in Mason County. Friday night, the Shelton boys continued their homestand with another South Sound Conference clash, this time against Capital. Tip-off in the Mini-Dome is at 7. That's South Sound Conference boys high school basketball, the Capital Cougars at the Shelton Highclimbers, Friday night only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
.207 to go in the ball game. High climber ball coming out of the timeout. Hitzman will get it into Kenyon. Back to Hitzman. Side of the paint to Ty Thompson. One dribble, two dribbles, puts it up. Popped out, tapping it up and in. Travis Colbinson. Cruz back in the ball game for the Tornadoes. Peterson with it to the foul line. To Wilson, short on the long three. Rebound pulled down by Hoffman, and out it goes to Cruz for three. They'll nail that one. 13 points for Gabe. Noah Benson gets the ball. Over it goes opposite side now to Hitzman. To Kenyon. Looks like the High Climbers are going to run some clock here. Ty Thompson between the circles. Hands it off to Kenyon. Kenyon stutter steps to Colbinson, up and in. 6 points in the quarter, 14 for the game for Travis. Sagai with the ball for Yelm. To Wilson. Missed the runner. Rebound Ty Thompson. Up to Noah Benson. And he'll get it to the trailer. That's Kenyon. Set it over to Hitzman. To Kenyon, trying to run the clock down a little bit. Thompson has a lane, finds Colbinson off the glass and in. 16 points for Travis tonight. 76-45 is the score. Cruz trying to get by the defense of Hitzman. Steps back for three. That's short. Benson with the rebound. To Kenyon in backcourt. Bounce it back to Noah Benson. To Thompson, back to Benson. Benson to Thompson to Kenyon, and that should about do it. And that does do it. There's triple zeros on the scoreboard. Shelton picks up their second South Sound Conference win, 76-45 over Yelm. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Other TV providers force you to sign a long-term contract. Then you're stuck with years of second-rate service. Hood Canal Communications delivers stunning HD, plus bundled savings on super-fast internet and home phone, with no long-term contracts. It's all backed by an exceptional team of local service professionals. No contracts, no nonsense, just great service. Don't get stuck with a contract. Visit hcc.net to learn more.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live broadcasts of high school basketball in Mason County. Friday night, the Shelton boys continued their homestand with another South Sound Conference clash, this time against Capital. Tip-off in the Mini-Dome is at 7. That's South Sound Conference boys high school basketball, the Capital Cougars at the Shelton Highclimbers, Friday night only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Tuesday, you can watch the Mason County Commission. These live broadcasts air at 9 a.m., except on the fourth Tuesday of a month when the County Commission meets at 6 p.m. You can also watch the County Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
Well, it's a final here in the Mini Dome. The Shelton Highclimbers pick up their second South Sound Conference win of the season, knocking out the Yelm Tornadoes 76-45. They did it behind the 16 points for Travis Colvinson, 14 for Ty Thompson, 10 for Tyler Ald, 9 for Malik Freeman, 8 for Caleb Hitzman, 6 apiece for Cole Forsman and Zach Junker, 4 for Casey Badia Brown, but he did sit out the last quarter, I believe, and a 3 by Noah Benson. The Tornadoes were led in the loss by Gabe Cruz, 13 points. TJ Wilson ends up with a dozen, 9 for Jacob McCown, 8 for Lane Lasher, and a 3 for Bob Peterson. Turnovers, quite a few for the Highclimbers. I counted 17. Quite a few for the Tornadoes, but not as many as the Highclimbers. They ended up with 14. And the Yelm team is just not very deep. They only had 8 available for tonight. And they ran in with a couple of guys with 4 fouls. Lane Lasher finished with 4, and Jacob McCown also 4. TJ Wilson and Anthony Sagai finished with 3. Not too much foul trouble for the Highclimbers in the end. Malik Freeman and Tyler Ald finished up with 3 apiece. So that's pretty much does it for us. So we will take yet another timeout. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
The City of Shelton is changing from a 3-member commission to a 7-member council. There are 15 people running for 4 open council seats. Next Wednesday, the Shelton Mason County Chamber of Commerce is holding a candidates forum featuring those 15 people. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, will broadcast the forum live from 6 to 8 p.m. The first hour will focus on positions 4 and 5. The second hour will feature positions 6 and 7. It's the Shelton City Council Primary Election Candidates Forum, 6 to 8 p.m. Wednesday, only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live broadcasts of high school basketball in Mason County. Friday night, the Shelton boys continued their homestand with another South Sound Conference clash, this time against Capital. Tip-off in the Mini Dome is at 7. That's South Sound Conference boys high school basketball. The Capital Cougars at the Shelton Highclimbers. Friday night, only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Final again here in the Mini Dome. Shelton 76, Yelm 45. Highclimbers improved to 6-8 on the season, 2-5 in the SSC, that's South Sound Conference. Tornadoes still yet to win a game in 12 tries so far this season. Next up for the Shelton boys, they continue their brief homestand Friday when they host Capital. Yelm will host Central Kitsap on Friday, if you're interested. Our next broadcast is that Friday game between the Highclimbers and the Cougars. Tip-off here in the Mini Dome is at 7 o'clock, and that will do it for us in the Mini Dome tonight. My thanks to you for joining us. Our final again, Shelton 76, Yelm 45. We will talk to you on Friday.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, has been brought to you by Maple Glen Senior Living, celebrating the art of life, and Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Thanks for watching Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.